What's up everyone, Joseph here. In this video, we're going to take a look at the grammar that is on page 101 of the book. That's page 101 on unit 15 on real conditional sentences with if clauses. So, when we want to talk about an unreal or imaginary situation and what would be done about it, we use unreal conditional sentences with if clauses. The questions or statements would be made as a hypothetical situation. To say what someone would do if something happened. Let's see some examples. If I discovered the cure for cancer, I would give it to the people for free. If this happened, a hypothetical situation, it might be something imaginary. You're imagining this in your mind. If I discover a cure for cancer, I would give it to the people for free. It's a hypothetical situation. What would you do if this happened? Another example. What would you do if she spoke to you? So, if this happened, if she spoke to you, what would be your action? What would you do in the case that she speaks to you? And I might travel around the country if I got vacations this year. If I got vacations this year, a hypothetical situation, if I got vacations this year, I might travel around the country. It is possible that I travel around the country. So two types of verbs forms are used in the clauses. We use the simple past form in the if clause. We use simple past, excuse me. We use simple past with the if clause and a modal verb in the main clause. See some examples. If I found $4,000, I would return the money. If I found $4,000, I would return the money. In the case that I found $40,000, excuse me, I was pronouncing it wrong. $40,000 is the correct form. If I found $40,000, I would return the money. In the case that I found $40,000, we are using the past form here. I would return the money. We are using a modal verb in the main clause. This is the main clause here. And the verb stays the same here. What would she do if she got the job? What would she do if she got the job? In the case that she gets the job, what would she do? We are using here a modal, would, and we in this case, in this sentence, in this part, in this clause, we are using the simple past. As you can see, we are using the past form of this verb. As you can see, we can make unreal questions and normal statements with the if clause to ask someone of a hypothetical situation or to express it. If you become a baseball player, in the case that you become a baseball player, hypothetically, where would you live? Where would you live if you became a baseball player? If I needed some money, I could go to the bank. I know that. If I needed some money, in the case that I need some money, I could go. I could go to the bank. It is possible for me to go to the bank in the case of needing some money. So to answer questions like this, you don't have to use the if clause. You don't have to repeat the same information again. You just use a normal sentence with the modals. So you just have to write the main clause in this case without the if clause. If you became a baseball player, where would you live? I might live in Miami. I would definitely live in Punta Cana. As you can see, we are only using the main clause without the if clause. Because of course, the if clause is mentioned here and we don't have to mention the if clause once again. What would you buy if you received a promotion? What would you buy if you receive a promotion? I could buy a new car. What do you think? I could buy a new car. What do you think? In the case that I get a promotion, I could buy a new car. We don't have to mention, we don't have to repeat the if clause. I would save some money. Again, without repeating the if clause. The clauses can be used in either order. No comma is necessary. If you use the if clause second, let's see, I would buy a house if I won the lottery. No comma necessary here because the if clause is after the main clause. But here the if clause is first. If I won the lottery, comma, I would buy a house. So yes, the comma if we put the if clause first. If you bought a car, comma, what would you do first? What would you do first if you bought a car? No comma here and a comma here. I might not return the money so fast if I found 40,000. If I found 40,000, I might not return it so fast. A comma here and no comma here. We can use various modals in the main clause. The most common is would or its contraction. We can make the contraction of would like a D. We can also use could or might. Might express possibility and could express ability. So might express something that you possibly could do or something that could possibly happen. And could express the ability of doing that you could do it. If I found 40,000, I might go to the police. I might go to the police. I'm not sure, but it's possible I would go to the police. I'm not sure about that, but it's a possibility. If I found 40,000, I could go back to college. It means I would be able to go back to college. That it can be possible for me after that. It's again could for to express ability and might to express possibility. So the structure for unreal conditional sentences with a statement. So with statements, right? This is not a question, it's statements. If plus subject plus past form of the verb plus the complement, comma, subject plus modal verb plus base form of the main verb plus the complement. For example, if I received a promotion, I might change my apartment. If the subject received the past form of the verb, a promotion, the complement, comma, to end the if clause, I, the subject, might, the modal verb, change the base form of the main verb without changing. My apartment, a complement. And now the other way around, uh, with the if clause second. It's the same sentence, the same clauses, but here the if sentence if is second. Subject, modal verb, base form of the main verb, complement, plus if, subject, past form of the verb, plus complement, without a comma. I might change my apartment if I receive a promotion. So, with a question now. If, subject, past form of the verb plus complement, the if clause first, comma, A WH word if you want to create a WH question, plus the modal verb, plus the subject, plus the base form of the main verb, plus complement. If you had the chance to move to the USA, would you go? This is a yes and no question. And we answer it with yes, I would, or no, I wouldn't. If you saw a robbery, what would you do? Here, this is a WH question here. If you wanted to relax, where would you like to go? Another WH question. Now, the same sentence, the same clauses, but with the question first, and then the if clause. It's the same, but without a comma. And if we, of course, if we want to use a WH word, if we want to make a WH question, we use the WH word. Would you go to the US if you had the chance to move? What would you do if you saw a robbery? So, remember that to respond to these questions, we don't have to rewrite the if clause. Write the answer with the structure of the main clause, and that's it. You don't have to say if. If you had the chance to move to the US, would you go? We don't have to say, if I had the chance to move to the US, comma, yes, I would go definitely. We don't have to write this. No, because people understand, people know that you would mean that. So you don't have to write this part. You don't have to. If you saw a robbery, what would you do? I might try to help. As you can see, no if clause necessary. You just have to write use the same structure of the main clause. Subject, the modal, the base form of the verb, and the complement. If you wanted to relax, where would you like to go? I would like to go to Constanza. If the company offered you that job, would you take it? No, I couldn't take it even if I wanted to. So this is the end of the video. I will see you on the next one.